Hey everyone, it's Kay. Welcome back to my channel. So today's video is about my May wrap up. May was not the best reading month for me. I just got into my summer class, so I've been focusing on that, and I've been on a booktube kick. I've been watching lots of videos this month. So I've only read 3 books. However, for me, that is not bad. And one of the reasons is because I was waiting for one of these books to come out, and that was a 2-week increment between my second book I finished and that one. So anyway, let's just jump right in. So for my first book, I just want to say how much I loved it. I knew I was going to love it when I went into it, but I was not expecting to love it that much. And that is Love and Gelato by Jenna Evans Welch. And this book was absolutely amazing. It had really likable characters, an amazing plot line, and a cute romance, which I was expecting, but the plot is what I want to talk about. So I went into this knowing it's going to be a cheesy romance contemporary. However, the plot line was so much deeper, and it was about found family and what it means to be a parent and finding yourself, and it was just so beautifully written, and the message was amazing, and it is now one of my favorite books of the year as well as all time. So Love and Gelato is about a girl named Linda whose mother dies of cancer, and she is sent to live with her father, who she never knew about, in Florence, Italy. And then her mother sends her a journal of her own time spent in Florence, and the whole premise of the story is about Linda and this boy she meets named Ren going around Italy following her mother's journal, trying to figure out what happened between her mother and father. And it was, I cannot even say how much I loved this book. And the romance was so amazingly done, and it was so deep, and I got chills at parts, and I love this book so much, and just read this book, everyone. And next up, my second book read in May was the sequel to Love and Gelato called Love and Luck. And this book, which I mistakenly said wasn't connected to Love and Gelato in one of my videos, it is. It follows Linda's best friend named Addie and her brother, and they are fighting for a big reason, and I'm not going to spoil it because it's a major part of the plot, but the two of them have been fighting, and they are supposed to go to Italy to visit Linda when her brother, Addie's brother, breaks off and tries to leave on a road trip with one of his friends from Ireland, and Addie just won't have it, and she crashes their road trip. And it's a story about healing between the relationship of a brother and sister, and there is a romance, but it's very light and subtle, and it does not overshadow the main message and plot in any way, and I think that's why I loved it. I really enjoyed this book. I loved Love and Gelato a little bit more, but the message is still amazing, and I highly recommend this one as well. Oh, I gave this one 4 stars, and I gave Love and Gelato 5 stars. And also, they have the cutest covers. I love the heart in the 4-leaf clover, and then the ice cream's just very cute. So yes, they have the cutest covers and really cute, inspiring, amazing message stories. And now, I don't know how to describe this because it was not a disappointing read to me, but it was very disappointing to a lot of people, and that is the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. So the first thing I want to say about this is I didn't hate it. It's not my favorite book, but I will defend it. I gave it a 3.5 because I really enjoyed the political aspect and the mind games and the getting inside the capital's view of human nature. And a lot of people were expecting, and it actually has a lot of action, and it's very gory and brutal, and a lot of people, it's not like the Hunger Games though. It's a different kind of brutal, and people said there wasn't action, but there's actually quite a lot. You just have to get through it. The first 100 pages, I'll admit, were kind of slow and very plot building, but I liked it. And even though I knew what was going to kind of happen with the romance, I was still kind of surprised about how it happened. I do think the end of the book played out a little quickly. I was kind of confused and had to reread what had happened, but the epilogue was amazing, and I think it was wonderfully wrapped up for just the epilogue portion. And this book did give an insight onto how Snow became how he is in the Hunger Games trilogy. So for that, I recommend it. I don't think it's a spoiler, so I'll just go ahead and say it. You can still skip it if you want. I'll do this when I'm done. But Lucy Gray was a very intriguing character, but I didn't love her. Like, no one in this book I felt really attached to except for one person, and I think you all of you have read it know who that one person is. And so yeah, I wasn't really attached to her, but she intrigued me and I wanted to know her story. And we're good, by the way. I loved the ballads that were present. A lot of people didn't, I don't think, because I'll admit I skipped over a few and just went to the explanation, but I enjoyed the songs and the ballads of this story, and some of the emergence of some of the familiar songs we know are in this book, and it was really cool to read about. So yes, I gave this a 3.5, and I do recommend it, but I think you should read it before the Hunger Games series. Like, if you're going to appreciate it, either read the Hunger Games series, which I did not do, so I'm going to do that in the future, definitely, because this connects. And yeah, so yeah, that concludes today's video, and those are the 3 books I read in May. Let me know in the comments which books you read and enjoyed this month. Until next time, I'm Kay. Thank you so much for tuning in. Bye.